Hey guys, everyone here. I'm doing another my top 5 favorite steam locomotives, aka my favorite steam trains. Anyways, I am making top 5 of those that I like the most. It's been a while since I've made my last video, but before I start this video, I have to say thank you for 9 subscribers. Thanks. Just thanks. So let's get to my is it not good? Okay. Sorry for the delay there. Time for number 5. So, for my number 5, I wanted to use. Okay, my number 5 is gonna be a little bit weird because this is a very famous steam locomotive. It's blue and it's streamlined. Can you guess what it is? I'll give you a few seconds. Have you guessed what it is? I really hope you got this right, because you're gonna be so psyched. Mallard is number 5 on my list. I bet you're saying, why is Mallard number 5? Why should it be at least number 2? It's very close to being number 2, but there's 4 others that I think are just for me a little bit better than Mallard. I'm not saying I don't like Mallard. I love Mallard. I would love to ride on Mallard. But anyways, okay, here's the backstory for Mallard. Mallard was made by Sir Nigel Gresley in 1989, I think. Correct me in the comments below if I'm not right about that, but I do know Mallard was made by Sir Nigel Gresley. The A4 class, I believe. So, Sir Nigel Gresley was, I believe, British. Yeah, because Mallard was made by the British. Anyways, Mallard has the world speed record for any steam locomotive of 126 miles per hour. And Mallard has other versions, like Sir Nigel Gresley, the train that was named after the creator. Well, anyways, yeah, let's get on to number 4. And for number 4, I'll give you a minute to guess. Have you guessed what it is yet? If you haven't, pause the video and then guess. But if you have, get ready. For number 4, I have chosen Tornado. Tornado was made in the early 2000s. This was the first steam locomotive ever made in the early 2000s. And I think Sir Nigel Gresley did this one. Well, anyways, I believe this was modeled after the Flying Scotsman, I believe. So, yeah, this was modeled after the famous Flying Scotsman, which was also made by Sir Nigel Gresley. So, yeah, this is Tornado. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this was made by Sir Nigel Gresley. So, yeah. Sir Nigel Gresley was a very famous locomotive builder. So, Sir Nigel Gresley, I believe, made this one. But correct me if I'm wrong. Because, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. And before I get to number 3, I have to say, the British, no offense to, people in this country, in the US, no offense, but the British had much better locomotives. They're the ones who made the first locomotive. So, no offense, US. I live in the US, so. But, no offense anyone that's in the US right now. So, off to number 3. So, I will cover this, and I'll let you guess for what the next one is. Yes, well, if you have. But this is number 3, and number 3 is Stephenson's Rocket, the first ever made steam locomotive. I bet you're wondering, why Stephenson's Rocket? Well, I love this train. And since it was the first locomotive ever made, I had to put this in this list anyways. So I decided to put it at number 3. So, alright. I don't know who this was made by, but I do know that this train was made in the 1800s. With 18,000. Or the 18th century or something. Alright. It was made in the 18, where cars and that type of stuff did not exist. Yeah, I think the 18th century, or maybe the 17th century. But this train was able to go 32 miles per hour, I think? Correct me if I'm wrong. So, anyways, up to number 2. I'm doing this so you can guess. Oh, have you guessed what number 2 is? You know what I said American engines are not as good as British? This is a American engine, and it has 4 pistons, and they're very big. Can you guess what it is? If you have, if you guessed right, and if this is your favorite train, here it is. So on to number 2 for Big Boy. The Big Boy 2 piston. See those as 2 sections of driving wheels. Technically 4 sections, but we'll just call it 2. Anyways, the Big Boy was a heavy hauler, well, the heaviest of loads. Half-mile long trains, I believe. This train was a powerhouse for the U.S. And this is my only U.S. engine. So, yes, I have ridden on a locomotive with tank engine. When I was 4, I rid on a train too. Anyways, back to the top 5. The Big Boy was number 404 and had 4 sections of 8 driving wheels and I believe was turned into a oil guzzler, or was converted to oil for longer distances, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, yeah. So, anyways, I'll let you have guess for number 1. You know that I said that Melon was at number 5 and Tornado was based off of Flying Scotsman? Yeah, I think you can guess what number 1. Flying Scotsman. Come on. You have to admit, this is the best steam locomotive ever. You wanna know why? This locomotive is legendary. This locomotive was the first ever steam locomotive to ever hit the speed of 100 miles per hour and went 115 miles per hour at some time ago. Anyways, this steam locomotive has gone through some changes during the years, but not by much. Flying Scotsman is my favorite steam locomotive. If you don't like the Flying Scotsman, that's completely fine. But if any of these... Alright, on to the facts. This steam locomotive was made by Sir Nigel Wesley, St. Christopher Maine, Mallard. So, this engine was also in Thomas and Friends Great Race, the most recent Thomas and Friends movie, which I have a lot of. Anyways, this locomotive was made by Sir Nigel Wesley and is the cousin to Mallard. And Flying Scotsman is still around today, actually. You can find Flying Scotsman in the UK still doing passenger service. So, yeah. Enough said. Flying Scotsman is a great steam locomotive, and if anyone is out there and helped remake the Flying Scotsman, good for you. You got to make one of the best steam locomotives out there. So, 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. So anyways, yeah, that's my top 5 favorite steam locomotives, aka steam trains. So anyways, yeah, thank you. Um, um, bye. Hi again. You're probably wondering why I haven't ended the video yet. I wanted to say thank you for 9 subscribers, and if you're planning to donate any money, I think you should donate to child's care. Donate lots of money. I might not be sponsored by any of them, but you should really go and donate some money to child's care. It would really mean a lot to any children with cancer. And those children really need help. So donate as much money as you can to any child's care out there. So if you donate money, you'll be doing the world a great favor. And lots of kids wasted their lives. So please give child care money. Don't pay money for child care. So that's what I wanted to say. Again, thank you for the 9 subscribers. Aragorn out.